All right. Today we're going to do something a little bit differently. Y'all are going to get an unfiltered, unedited, and not very well prepared for a little mini-sode here. So something I'm really excited about. I, in fact, just imbibed some. I'm normally not on the hype strain, but I finally found some gelato that was cheap enough for me to afford. So the odds were properly stacked against it. I wanted not to like it because it was cheap. But I'm going to tell you, I'm a fan of gelato. It's pretty heady. It's pretty out there, I'm going to be honest, but it does some things for me medicinally that a lot of the other dispensary weed I've gotten recently doesn't seem to work as effectively at. I don't know if that's because it's over dried or what. This stuff feels a little spongier, like they didn't over dry it as much, which I appreciate. Um, Smokes good, burns evenly in a joint. It was $5 a gram, and it's still bomb. You take really large rips of it in a bong, it'll get you. But I've paid way more for way worse weed than this recently. I'm really happy with this. It helped a lot with my lower back pain and some of my numbness in my legs. I know I don't talk too much about my medical symptoms on here. I don't want to get into too much, but it definitely helps with um, inflammation. It definitely helps with at least my hypervigilance with PTSD. I stood out in my front yard like completely exposed just a second ago and was staring at nothing. So I mean, really, it really let me relax and enjoy myself in a way that is very difficult for me to do. To the point where I think I'm just going to enjoy the day. I don't even really feel. It's just really good. So I definitely suggest all those guys that are like, oh, what? Another cookie strain? Like, whatever, whatever. It's all hype. Dude, I get it. Like, but then again, I don't because Thin Mint Girl Scouts cookies specifically, I got to grow two clones of it back in the day. I got to grow a Thin Mint in 2016 and a Thin Mint in 2017, and I gotta say, they weren't great yielders. I think the most I ever got off a plant was 3/4 of a pound outside. Granted, my skills were limited at the time. I probably could have pushed a little more growth, but it was a smaller plant. But I tell you what, the effects of it were just amazing. You know, it kind of blew my mind. And this gelato is kind of like that as well. You'd be happy to smoke it at any time. I think if you're a less experienced smoker, it may make it hard for you to accomplish anything. But it definitely made me want to just get on here and talk and share the joy. And that's always a good thing for a strain. I can see why so many people have been hyping up gelato. Again, I definitely, the punk in me wants to be like, fuck the trendy strains, just give me a skunk, but this is really good weed. And so, sometimes you got to give it up. And gelato is a solid medical strain. And I think that it's going to be around a while because, I mean, here I am. I'm enjoying it. And I think you will too.